Did you know that while you're fast asleep tonight, your body could be working harder to build muscle than during your most intense workout? What if I told you that the 8 hours you spend in bed might be more crucial for your gains than the 2 hours you spend in the gym? Today, we're diving deep into the hidden world of anabolic sleep and how you can literally grow stronger while you dream. I'm talking about transforming your bedroom into a muscle-building laboratory where every minute of rest becomes a minute of growth. This isn't just another sleep hygiene video. We're about to uncover the exact mechanisms that turn your nightly rest into a powerhouse of muscle protein synthesis, hormone optimization, and recovery acceleration. By the end of this video, you'll never look at sleep the same way again. Let me start with something that might shock you. Your body produces more growth hormone in the first few hours of deep sleep than it does during your entire waking day combined. Think about that for a second. All those expensive supplements, all those perfectly timed post-workout meals, all those meticulously planned training sessions, and yet the most anabolic thing happening in your body might be occurring while you're completely unconscious. But here's where it gets really interesting. Most people are sabotaging this natural anabolic window without even realizing it. They're turning what should be an 8-hour muscle-building session into a catabolic nightmare that's actually breaking down the very gains they worked so hard to achieve during the day. The science behind anabolic sleep is absolutely fascinating. When you enter deep sleep stages, specifically slow-wave sleep, your body initiates what researchers call the nocturnal anabolic cascade. This is when your pituitary gland releases massive pulses of growth hormone, sometimes up to 15 times higher than daytime levels. Simultaneously, your body cranks up protein synthesis rates, repairs damaged muscle fibers, and consolidates the neural adaptations from your training. But growth hormone is just the beginning. During quality sleep, your body also optimizes testosterone production, manages cortisol levels, and enhances insulin sensitivity. It's like having a team of the world's best performance coaches working on your physique while you're completely unaware. The catch is that this entire process is incredibly fragile and can be destroyed by seemingly minor disruptions. Temperature regulation plays a massive role in this anabolic sleep process. Your core body temperature naturally drops during sleep, and this cooling effect is actually a signal for your body to ramp up recovery processes. When your body temperature drops by just 1 to 2 degrees, it triggers enhanced blood flow to your muscles, increased nutrient delivery, and accelerated waste removal from muscle tissues. This is why so many people struggle with gains despite perfect training and nutrition. They're sleeping in rooms that are too warm, wearing too many clothes to bed, or using mattresses that trap heat. Their bodies never get the temperature drop signal needed to initiate maximum recovery. It's like trying to start a car with a dead battery. All the right components are there, but the ignition system isn't working. The timing of your sleep matters just as much as the quality. Your body operates on circadian rhythms that have been fine-tuned over millions of years of evolution. When you go to bed and wake up at consistent times, you're essentially programming your hormonal system for optimal performance. But when you're constantly shifting your sleep schedule, you're creating hormonal chaos that directly sabotages muscle growth. Research shows that people who maintain consistent sleep schedules have significantly higher testosterone levels, better growth hormone release patterns, and improved muscle protein synthesis rates compared to those with irregular sleep patterns. Even if you're getting the same total amount of sleep, inconsistent timing can reduce the anabolic benefits by up to 40%. Let's talk about sleep stages, because not all sleep is created equal for muscle building. You cycle through different stages throughout the night, and each stage serves a specific purpose in the recovery process. Light sleep helps with memory consolidation and mental recovery. Deep sleep is where the magic happens for physical recovery and growth hormone release. REM sleep is crucial for neural adaptations and skill learning. The problem is that most people never reach adequate amounts of deep sleep. They might spend 8 hours in bed, but only get 90 minutes of deep sleep when they actually need 2 to 3 hours for optimal recovery. This happens because of stress, poor sleep environment, incorrect timing, or lifestyle factors that fragment sleep quality. Nutrition plays a crucial role in maximizing anabolic sleep, but not in the way most people think. The old-school approach of chugging a casein protein shake before bed might actually be counterproductive. When you eat too close to bedtime, your body has to divert energy toward digestion instead of recovery. This can raise your core body temperature, disrupt sleep stages, and actually reduce growth hormone release. Instead, the key is strategic nutrient timing that supports natural sleep processes. Magnesium intake earlier in the evening can help relax your nervous system and improve sleep quality. Avoiding large meals within 3 hours of bedtime allows your body to focus entirely on recovery rather than digestion. Some people benefit from small amounts of specific amino acids like glycine or tryptophan, but timing and dosage are critical. Hydration is another factor that most people get completely wrong. They either drink too much water before bed and wake up multiple times to use the bathroom, fragmenting their sleep, or they go to bed dehydrated, which impairs recovery processes. The sweet spot is maintaining good hydration throughout the day and then tapering fluid intake in the final 2 hours before sleep. Light exposure is probably the most underestimated factor in anabolic sleep optimization. Your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep cycles, is extremely sensitive to light. Even small amounts of blue light from phones, tablets, or LED lights can suppress melatonin production for hours, delaying sleep onset and reducing sleep quality. But it's not just about avoiding light at night. You also need adequate bright light exposure during the day, especially in the morning, to maintain healthy circadian rhythms. People who get morning sunlight exposure have better sleep quality, higher testosterone levels, and improved recovery compared to those who spend most of their time in dimly lit indoor environments. The bedroom environment itself can make or break your anabolic sleep potential. Temperature should be between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The room should be as dark as possible, with blackout curtains or eye masks if necessary. Noise should be minimized or masked with consistent white noise. Your mattress and pillows should be supportive but comfortable, replaced every 7 to 10 years. These might seem like minor details, but they have major impacts on sleep quality. A room that's just 5 degrees too warm can reduce deep sleep by up to 20%. Light pollution from street lamps or electronic devices can delay melatonin production by several hours. Even low-level noise that doesn't wake you up can fragment your sleep cycles and reduce growth hormone release. Stress management is absolutely critical for anabolic sleep because cortisol is the enemy of growth hormone. When you're chronically stressed, your cortisol levels remain elevated throughout the night, directly blocking growth hormone release and promoting muscle breakdown instead of muscle building. This creates a vicious cycle where poor recovery leads to worse performance, which creates more stress, which leads to even worse recovery. Effective stress management techniques include meditation, deep breathing exercises, journaling, or gentle stretching before bed. The goal is to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which signals to your body that it's safe to enter deep recovery mode. Even 10 minutes of relaxation techniques can significantly improve sleep quality and growth hormone release. Exercise timing also affects anabolic sleep, but the relationship is more complex than you might expect. While regular exercise improves sleep quality over time, exercising too close to bedtime can actually impair sleep by elevating core body temperature and stress hormones. The ideal timing is to finish intense workouts at least 3 hours before bedtime, allowing your body temperature and hormone levels to normalize. However, light movement or gentle stretching in the evening can actually improve sleep quality by promoting relaxation and blood flow. The key is understanding the difference between stimulating exercise that activates your sympathetic nervous system and gentle movement that promotes recovery. Supplements can play a supporting role in anabolic sleep optimization, but they should never be the primary strategy. Magnesium glycinate can help with relaxation and muscle recovery. Melatonin can help regulate sleep timing, but should be used sparingly and at low doses. Zinc supports testosterone production and immune function during sleep. Vitamin D deficiency can impair sleep quality and hormone production. The most important thing to understand about supplements is that they work best when your basics are already dialed in. No supplement can overcome a poor sleep environment, inconsistent timing, or high stress levels. Think of supplements as the final 5% optimization, not the foundation of your sleep strategy. Sleep tracking technology can provide valuable insights into your sleep patterns and help you optimize your approach. Devices that monitor heart rate variability, sleep stages, and recovery metrics can show you how different factors affect your sleep quality. However, it's important not to become obsessed with the data or let it create additional stress about your sleep performance. The goal is to use technology as a feedback tool to understand what works best for your individual physiology. Some people discover they need more sleep than they thought. Others find that certain foods, activities, or environmental changes have dramatic impacts on their recovery metrics. Common mistakes that sabotage anabolic sleep include inconsistent sleep schedules, using alcohol as a sleep aid, sleeping in hot environments, eating large meals before bed, excessive screen time in the evening, and trying to catch up on lost sleep with long weekend sleep sessions. Each of these mistakes can reduce the anabolic benefits of sleep by 20 to 50%. Alcohol is particularly destructive because while it might help you fall asleep faster, it severely impairs deep sleep stages and growth hormone release. People who drink alcohol before bed often wake up feeling unrefreshed despite getting adequate sleep duration. The recovery benefits are essentially eliminated even though the sleep quantity appears normal. The concept of sleep debt is important to understand because you can't simply make up for poor sleep with longer sleep sessions later. While you can partially recover from occasional sleep loss, chronically poor sleep creates cumulative deficits in recovery that can take weeks to fully restore. This is why consistency is more important than occasionally getting perfect sleep. Age affects anabolic sleep in significant ways. As we get older, we naturally produce less growth hormone and spend less time in deep sleep stages. However, this doesn't mean older individuals can't optimize their sleep for muscle building. It just means the strategies need to be more precise and consistent. Older adults often benefit from earlier bedtimes, cooler sleeping environments, and more attention to stress management. Recovery tracking becomes increasingly important as we age because the margin for error gets smaller. Young people can often get away with poor sleep habits and still make progress, but older adults need to be more strategic about maximizing every aspect of their recovery. The relationship between sleep and muscle protein synthesis is dose-dependent. Getting 6 hours of sleep might provide some anabolic benefits, but getting 8 hours provides exponentially more. The difference isn't linear. Going from 6 to 7 hours of sleep might improve recovery by 20%, but going from 7 to 8 hours might improve it by another 40%. This is why sleep should be viewed as a performance-enhancing drug that's completely legal and free. The anabolic effects of optimal sleep are comparable to many banned substances, yet most people treat sleep as an afterthought rather than a crucial component of their training program. Social factors often interfere with anabolic sleep optimization. Work schedules, family obligations, social activities, and cultural norms around sleep can all create barriers to optimal rest. The key is recognizing that sleep is an investment in your health, performance, and quality of life, not a luxury or sign of laziness. This might mean having difficult conversations with family members about bedroom temperature or lighting. It might mean declining social activities that would significantly disrupt your sleep schedule. It might mean prioritizing sleep over other activities that seem more immediately rewarding but are less important for your long-term goals. The economic value of anabolic sleep is enormous when you consider the alternatives. Poor sleep leads to decreased performance, increased injury risk, longer recovery times, and reduced motivation. The cumulative cost of these factors over time far exceeds any investment you might make in optimizing your sleep environment or lifestyle. Creating an anabolic sleep protocol requires personalization because individual variations in chronotype, stress levels, work schedules, and physiology mean there's no one-size-fits-all approach. However, the fundamental principles remain consistent. Consistent timing, optimal environment, stress management, proper nutrition timing, and treating sleep as a crucial component of your training program. Start by tracking your current sleep patterns for 1 to 2 weeks to establish a baseline. Note what factors seem to improve or impair your sleep quality and recovery. Then systematically implement changes one at a time so you can assess their individual impact. This methodical approach helps you build a personalized sleep optimization system rather than randomly trying different strategies. Remember that anabolic sleep is not just about muscle building. The same processes that optimize muscle growth also improve immune function, cognitive performance, mood regulation, and overall health. When you optimize your sleep for anabolic benefits, you're optimizing your entire physiology for peak performance. The compound effects of anabolic sleep optimization become more apparent over time. While you might notice some immediate improvements in energy and recovery, the full benefits often take several weeks to months to manifest. This is because you're essentially reprogramming your hormonal systems and recovery processes, which takes time to fully adapt. Your bedroom should be treated as seriously as your gym. You wouldn't train in a hot, bright, noisy environment with poor equipment. So why would you sleep in suboptimal conditions? Investing in your sleep environment is investing in your gains, and the return on investment is typically much higher than most supplements or training programs. Tonight, you have the opportunity to begin transforming your sleep from a passive activity into an active muscle-building strategy. Every night you optimize your sleep is a night you're literally growing stronger, recovering faster, and moving closer to your physique goals. The choice is yours. Will you continue treating sleep as an afterthought, or will you harness the incredible anabolic power that's available to you every single night? Your future gains depend on the decision you make right now.